Second game of our series against the Arkansas Travelers, and we're joined by RoughRiders relief pitcher Justin Miller, who's had a couple of very nice outings over the weekend. Justin, anything change for you in terms of how you were feeling out there against the Hooks?
Just like I was telling you before BP a couple days ago, just kind of being more aggressive in the strike zone, more aggressive with my body language, and just going after hitters and not giving in anytime.
Is that a difficult change or an easy change, or maybe just something that you have to remind yourself to get back to when you're out there? Because it sounds like it's more of a mindset and attitude as opposed to something that you're physically doing.
Yeah, it's just a mindset. Like I said before, like the hardest part is the mental part. Like I got to trust that I'm healthy again, and just getting back mentally into pitching again, and getting into competitions and getting into situations like the first save I had like a couple days ago. After the first one I had, just going out there and being aggressive and just not giving in to hitters at all. It's more the mentality and just being aggressive out there and just attacking the strike zone and attacking the hitters.
When you start off doing as well as you did, get a strikeout of the first batter, does that make it easier to build up some of that positive momentum in your head to just keep that going?
It does. It does after the fact you get the strikeout, but before the fact, all I'm thinking is one pitch at a time. Because if I try to think bigger picture, then things can start spinning out of control. But if I think just one pitch at a time, get ahead, stay ahead, and then put them away when I can, it's a lot better mindset, and things don't get out of whack for you.
Physically, with regard to everything with your elbow, do you feel 100%? Do you feel like you're back to where you were 2 years ago?
I don't feel quite as back. I feel healthy. I mean, probably just a little bit more. I'll probably feel back to what I was in 2011. It just doesn't feel like it's coming out the same, but I mean, I still have pretty good velo. It's not exactly quite what I had before, but I've been told that it'll take a couple months. So maybe in a couple more months, it'll start feeling excellent. Right now, it feels really good.
You've been working on that two-seam fastball. Where does the progress on that pitch stand for you?
Last two outings, I haven't thrown it at all. I've just been throwing the four-seamer, and when I stay on top of my four-seam, sometimes it does get that run. And when I throw the two-seamer, I kind of like baby it a little bit. I think if I just stay with my four-seam and let it get its natural movement, I think I'll be all right with that.
Is that something that you'll go back to at some point, or are you just ready to put pause button on that, and then maybe at some point you'll go back to that pitch?
I mean, I go back to it. When I warm up in the bullpen, I'll throw a couple of them, and if it's there, then I know it's there. If it's not, then I'll just put it in the back burner.
What's it like working with Jeff Andrews, your pitching coach, a guy you've had a couple of times now? We've heard great things about how he is so good at helping pitchers with their mentality. What do you get from your time working with Jeff?
Jeff, he's he's a perfectionist. You go out there and you might, before in 2011, I would go out there and I think I have a great outing, and then he'd tell me a couple pitches or a couple of batters like they shouldn't have got this hit or they shouldn't have got this off you, and it just made me bear down more. And so now when I go out there in my outings, I'm like a perfectionist as well. I want to make every pitch count. I want to make this pitch right where I want to be. If it's not, then I'll get on to myself. But as soon as I step back up on the rubber, it's the next pitch. The last pitch that leaves my mind.
Is that tough to hear at first when you think that you're doing well and somebody says, hey, you can do a lot better? Some guys will be stubborn maybe and react the other way to something like that. Is that something that you have to get used to?
Yeah, at first I kind of was taken back by it, but it just made me a better pitcher. It made me raise my game more. And after 2011, I mean, I saw what I can do and what I can eventually become, and he just made me realize that even better.
Here with Justin Miller, whose team 5 years ago, when you were pitching for Fresno State, won the College World Series. Did they do anything, a 5-year anniversary or anything before the season?
No, they didn't do anything for us. They got to worry about their season they had this year. But after Game 3, after UCLA won it, I got a couple of hits on Facebook from Fresno State fans saying, "Oh, we're rewatching Game 3 of the College World Series, bring back great memories." I mean, it was a bunch of great times, a bunch of great guys. I mean, a couple of them are still playing pro ball. Actually, one of them in particular, Justin Wilson, who won us the Game 3, he's now in the big leagues with the Pirates, and he's actually doing pretty good. I don't know if he's still up there with them or not, but he was up there for a little while last time I saw. I mean, he's doing great. Steve Sustorf, I think he's with AA with the Phillies. Tommy Mendonça, he's back. He's playing with the Phillies as well now. I think he's in AA. And I'm still playing Sheppers. Sheppers is on that team. He's in our big league team right now, just helping our bullpen be really good right now. I mean, it's a bunch of great guys. We had a great chemistry there. It was just an awesome time.
It must have been nice as well when you came into the Rangers organization and you had those teammates who were part of the system as well between Sheppers and Mendonça.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it was crazy. Usually, you don't have guys you played college with play with you in pro ball and play on the same team. We also had Brant Brown, who was a Fresno State alumni guy as well. I mean, we had 4 guys in Frisco at one time that all played on that team.
What was that ride like? Because it was such an underdog experience for you guys, number 4 seed, lowest seed, to go on to win a College World Series. Is that something where you had to keep pinching yourself as you advanced past each round?
Honestly, no. I mean, we were just a bunch of goofballs. I mean, we walk into the regional in Long Beach, and we had Long Beach, Cal, and somebody else, and they were all ranked in the top 15. And we go up to the barbecue, and we're like, hey, don't worry, guys, we'll be 2 in barbecue and get out of your hair. I mean, we were just a bunch of relaxed guys. We went to Arizona State, and they were number 3 in the nation, and people in our hometown were like, hey, you shouldn't even bother buying a plane ticket. And then even the Arizona State fans, they already had their hotels booked and everything, and then when we won, we just wound up moving right in where they were going to stay. And then even Game 3 against Georgia, we were up 6-1, and one of our relievers in like the 7th inning comes in and goes, hey, don't worry, we'll blow it in the 9th. I mean, we're just a bunch of relaxed guys. We were all thinking we shouldn't be here, so we might as well just have fun. And you could tell, like, if you go back and watch it, you watch our dugout, and we're all laid back, relaxed, and other dugouts all tense and, like, worried about winning and stuff. I mean, it was just a great time.
I want to ask you a little bit about your hometown, Bakersfield. You played in college and in the pros in Bakersfield. You know, a lot of times that team and that stadium, is not necessarily the most glorified place